sleep is just so idiotic, from an evolutionary perspective. Sleep, is so profoundly detrimental to us if you were to take it at face value. You're not finding a mate, you're not reproducing. You small lord, you a genius. You're not foraging for food, you're not caring for your young, and worst of all, you're vulnerable to predation. On any one of those grounds, sleep probably should have been selected against, but it wasn't.
There are two main types of sleep: non-REM sleep or deep sleep and REM sleep. You typically have non-REM sleep during the first part of the night and REM sleep during the second part of the night. During deep sleep, your body typically restores physical damages, and during REM sleep, your body typically restores emotional damages. When you miss any of these hours, you will feel impaired in the respective areas they are meant to restore.
Hey.
Baba Booey.
Have a good night.
One of the most important things about sleeping, and one of the hardest things, is falling asleep. Here I will discuss how this can be done in the right way. So, your body produces adenosine when you are awake, which makes you want to sleep. When you sleep, your body removes the adenosine. That's why you don't feel like sleeping after you've had a good night of sleep. The same goes for melatonin. When it gets dark, your body produces melatonin to signal your body you need to sleep. Melatonin also drops your body temperature, which can help you get to sleep. If you don't fall asleep within 20 to 25 minutes while laying in bed, get up and do something else. If you stay in bed for too long, without actually sleeping, your body will associate lying in bed with not sleeping. This makes it more difficult to fall asleep the next time you lay in bed. Having a wind-down routine when you try to sleep helps with getting to sleep. Things like reading a book, relaxing, brushing your teeth, having a shower, and keeping a journal. When you have a set routine, it helps your body recognize that it's time to sleep.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Waking up can be very difficult, especially when you haven't had the greatest night of sleep. There are, however, a few things you can do to make sure you wake up as well as possible. Don't keep lying in your bed. When you stay in bed for a long period of time in the morning, it's going to be more difficult to feel awake. If you get up immediately, it's going to raise your heart rate and signal to your body it's go time.
You know what time
This
it
is a certified
Disco
hood
time.
classic.
Also, receiving sunlight helps greatly with waking up, as it also signals the body it's time for action. Sunlight, even when it's cloudy, is much stronger than artificial light. Studies have also shown that getting loads of natural daylight improves the time and quality of your sleep. Working out in the morning also raises your heart rate and signals to your body it's time to get active. Waking up during the night isn't a bad thing, unless it's longer than 20 to 25 minutes.
You hear me? That boy got that virus. Boy.
So here I'm just going to discuss what the scientists have researched in respect to the effect of certain substances on your sleep. Look, I like having a drink or 10 with friends at least once a week. But here I'll just lay out what the research says. Let's start with caffeine.
Yo, it's T.
So I already talked a bit about adenosine. It's the hormone which makes your body want to sleep. Well, caffeine actually attaches itself to adenosine receptors, making it so you feel less tired. The adenosine is still in your body, but that has nowhere to signal to your body that you need sleep, as the receptors are hijacked by caffeine. By consuming caffeine before sleep, you can impair your deep sleep by 30%, which is equivalent of aging someone by 10 to 12 years. The half-life of caffeine is about 5 hours, which means that when you consume 1 cup of coffee 5 hours before sleeping, it has the same effect as having a half cup of coffee right before you go to bed. Coffee is actually good for you for multiple reasons. It does make you more alert, it increases dopamine, but consuming it after about 1 p.m. will impair the quality of your sleep. Now on to alcohol. Consuming alcohol before sleep might help you lose consciousness quicker, but won't get you to sleep quicker. Alcohol also actually blocks REM sleep. I already talked about what happens during REM sleep. Things like restoring emotionally and the release of testosterone happen during REM sleep. Receiving less REM sleep will in turn impair these restoring functions of REM sleep. One study even saw that with people who had the legal alcohol limit in their system, that they had 50% of the growth hormones in their system compared to people who had no alcohol. This means their muscles had more difficulty repairing in the night, and you might feel some soreness in the morning. When talking about sleep, alcohol bad. Marijuana, like alcohol, might help you lose consciousness quicker, but won't help you sleep more. Not a lot of studies have been done on the effect of THC and CBD. The studies that have been done see that THC, just like alcohol, has a negative effect on the amount of REM sleep you get. CBD might actually help with getting to sleep, as it lowers your body temperature, which is needed to get to sleep. That's why it's easier to fall asleep in a cold room. So as for THC, well, it definitely impairs the amount of sleep and the quality of sleep you get. CBD might actually help you with getting to sleep.
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
So, NASA experimented with naps. They found that naps of 26 minutes increase mission performance by 34% and daytime alertness by 50%. So if you feel your alertness dropping in the afternoon, take a short nap in order to be more alert for the rest of the day. Naps can also have great positive effects on health, for example. Taking naps lowers blood pressure. There are benefits for the level of cortisol in your system, benefits for learning and memory, and there are some emotional regulation benefits. There is, however, a negative effect to napping. Some people who struggle sleeping at night have a harder time getting to sleep when they nap during the day, because some of the built-up adenosine is removed during the nap, causing the person to feel less sleepy when they want to sleep at night. If you don't want the groggy feeling you get after a night of sleep, try to nap no longer than 20 to 25 minutes.
I look like I've been knocked out.
Not that you've been knocked out, but you just don't see. Okay, little oil spill there.
Hiccups.
Well, a bunch of negative effects come with having too little sleep. In the short term, this means things like muscle soreness because of less growth hormone, which means your muscles won't repair as well at night, a bad mood, concentration problems, feeling tired, and being more emotionally unstable. In the long term, the effects are a bit more serious. Having too little sleep on the long term can cause things like loneliness, feeling sad or hopeless, harmful behavior, worse school performance, depression, and higher likeliness for dementia. Here I will lay out the perfect sleeping routine based on facts and knowledge. The first thing you need to do is stop working out 2 hours before sleep. This way your heart rate will have time to go down and you'll sleep easier. Also, stop eating 3 hours before sleep. You'll sleep quicker and have better quality of sleep.
We're gonna become communists. No more food.
Avoid artificial bright light as much as possible, about 1 hour before sleep. Having bright light signals to your body you need to be awake. So, not having bright light signals your body it's time to sleep. Avoid caffeine after 1 or 2 p.m. Avoid alcohol and weed. Have some sort of relax and wind down routine in the evening. Read a fiction book, shower, brush your teeth. It's gonna become easier to actually fall asleep. Before you go to bed, use a journal to write down your worries. By writing down your worries, you'll have less troubling thoughts when laying in bed. A study was done where people who journal before bed take 50% less time to fall asleep. Apparently, some studies have shown that consuming kiwis and tart cherries help you fall asleep faster and improve the quality of your sleep. The sample group here wasn't the biggest, but it doesn't hurt to try, I guess. So, if you follow these steps, you'll be knocked out in no time.
Fortnite balls, I'm gay, I like boys, I kidnap.
Guys, this is what dying feels like. Gonna catch me riding dirty.